Let's check this one out. I've been waiting patiently to get my stuff together to make this video, but this is a really cool collaboration that Marloe did with a Western Highlands, Scotland distillery called Ardnamuchan Distillery, obviously in Scotland, making Scotch. Single malt peated whiskey. Scotch is whiskey. Bourbon's whiskey. Turns out I like whiskey. And so this one's pretty cool because it's a collaboration with that distillery. And they did a really good job with the attention to detail. And they have two different colorways. This one, the white one, and there's a blue one. But they did a little bit more than just change the dial color. It's a different movement. So like the blue one is an upscale offering. And there's only, they're limited edition. Like this one, I think there's 500 of each one or something. Or there might be less of the blue one, but the blue one has the STP movement. This one has a Miota movement. So this is going to be the more affordable offering, but also excludes a little sample from the distillery, which the blue one has. I'm pretty sure they were going to try to send that one to me, but turns out I don't think you can send the Scotch, like the watch company can't. Like you have to get it through a distributor or something like that. So, but if you're already over there in Europe, check it out. Hopefully you can get one because that one's pretty cool. It's a cool package. I'll put a link to the website down below. They did a little video showing the packaging, and I did the unboxing of this one too. The new packaging is actually pretty cool from the brand. I mean, here's, in case you didn't see it before, it's pretty refined, especially considering the retail on this watch is only $505. I almost said $550. It's $500 essentially, and I think you're getting a great package here. You're getting a great watch, great straps. You get a ton of different strap options to choose from, and that might adjust the price. But this one's more of a base. It's a navy blue leather strap. But let's get into the watch, and then we'll take a closer look at some of the details. So I measure the case at 41.2 millimeter. The lug to lug, which from the top side almost mimics wire lugs. They're not, but the lug to lug is a 46 millimeter. You can see how they turn down nicely. The thickness is 11.45. I could have just said 11 and a half, but it's 11.45. You have a flat sapphire crystal up top with 5 layers of anti-reflective coating, 20 millimeter lug opening, and a 6.5 millimeter signed crown. It is a push-pull crown, so easy to wind in this static position here. It does have a 100-meter water resist, however, so yeah, you can get it wet. If you fall in the pool or want to take a swim or something like that, you could do it. This watch is completely capable of doing it. Let's see, I mentioned all that stuff. This is number 352 of 500 if you care to see, and I'll show you on the back. It's actually numbered. That's really good. And part of the collaboration, you'll see up top there, 2014 to 2024, that is to celebrate the 10-year anniversary from the distillery. So they have whiskey in barrels dating all the way back to 2014. But from what I understand, they primarily blend, which most distilleries do blend. Unless like your bottle, if you buy a bottle of whiskey, in case you didn't know, unless it says like single barrel or cask strength or something like that, I think even cask strength could be blended. But unless it says single barrel, it's blended. So, but at least they distill it. So it's not like they're sourcing it, or they're not sourcing most of it, but they are a blend house. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not a purist. I actually prefer blended because it's a more refined. People really know what they're doing. This is like a sidebar conversation when it comes to whiskey and getting it blended so that they can reproduce that flavor, but also the person drinking it is going to enjoy it more versus like, experiencing a different flavor from each barrel. That's cool too, but a blended whiskey is consistent and more flavorful in most cases. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that. So if we take a closer look at this, the handset, I am told, is to kind of mimic the plunger extractor. So like on these barrels or cask, they have a plug basically, and they use this tool to like hook into it and pop it out. So that kind of looks like that. I think there's different kinds, but this one looks, I guess, similar to what that Distillery uses. The case shape and everything is to kind of mimic the end of a cask, so that's why it's nice and round. It's not like a weird, not a weird, but like a more traditional watch shape, just round, like the end of a barrel or a cask. So that's pretty cool. And then this case back is really well done with some verbiage explaining their collaboration. And then of course, look how they numbered it on the bottom. They could have easily just did like, 352/500, and we get it. But the fact that they took the time to write number 352 of 500 pieces, I mean, that's detailed. I read that and I fully understand exactly what I'm looking at here. There's 500 of these, and this is number 352. So well spelled out. And then you get a look at the Miota movement. Like I said, if you get the blue one, it's going to have the STP. You got quick release spring bars on this thing, and of course you do have branded on the leather strap. On the side here, it says Headland of the Great Seas. Now let's pop it on wrist. I think I showed a close-up. Did I show a close-up? Really nice applied markers, British design, very clean, not quite sterile, but clean dial. I like that. You got the simple, nice font of Marloe, the brand, a really easy to read handset with those applied markers, and then that minute track going around the outside, and then just the British design on the bottom. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. If you have a Marloe, this is my second or third one that I've videoed. They seem to be a pretty good value option, and they're doing things a little more like tasteful, like more timeless watch designs, I think is how I would say it. Because you get a lot of brands out there and they just, I was just having another conversation with another brand, but like, you want to be careful of not trying to look like somebody else. You know what I mean? Like you want to make a good looking timeless product, but not have it look like every watch that's existed before it. And I think Marloe does a pretty good job of capturing their own design cues and execution. That is a watch that I would wear. I absolutely would wear this watch, and I know there's a ton of other people that would as well. So let me get this off wrist, and we'll take a quick blast or a little ride on the UV light train, and then we'll turn off these studio lights so you guys can see the Lume on this. And then I gotta empty that glass. Excellent job on the Lume, plenty legible, day or night. Big thanks to Marloe for sending this over. Keep the collaborations coming. I love collaboration pieces. Limited editions, special editions, collaboration things. That's more my jam for sure. It's great to have a watch that is in their mainstay lineup, but man, I like the collaborations and limited editions. I'll see you guys on the next vid.